Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stratomatic Olympics. We bring you a competition game here between the United States and Canada. And also today, in a doubleheader matchup, we will show you the Sandy as Israel have two exciting games, including Mr. Sandy Koufax, who's coming off a perfect game in one of his pool play rounds. The home team is Canada. Their defense is Tip O'Neill in left, Michael Saunders in center, and Larry Walker in right. Ward at third, Melo at short, Laurie at second, Votto at first, Russell Martin behind the plate, and Ferguson Jenkins is your pitcher. Fergie's 2-0, 2.63 ERA. He's been solid in two starts. The American lineup is Trout, Olson, Judge, Seager, Betts. Austin Riley's been brought up from the farm team. He'll get the start at third. Pete Alonso's your DH, Marcus Simeon at second, and Sean Murphy's behind the plate. Play ball from Dodger Stadium. This will be a very interesting game. The United States coming in after a tough, heartbreaking loss to Puerto Rico. They're 4-1. Canada's 4-2 on the heels of the very death pool tournament that's in this one pool. We'll go over the standings at the end of this one, and when we go before Sandy Koufax's start. Remember, International League rules: 100 pitches is your max. So here is Mike Trout. He'll lead off, hitting .286, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the windup, and here's the first pitch. And that's a strikeout for Ferguson Jenkins. So here is Matt Olson hitting .429, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Lowry's got it, throws him out. So Lowry, put in the starting lineup today, gets a quick out. And here's Aaron Judge hitting .176, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Ferguson Jenkins with the windup and the pitch. That's a strikeout for Judge. And Canada does what not many teams have done. They've shut down the U.S. in the first inning. It's U.S. nothing, Canada nothing. On the first here at Dodger Stadium, pool play round. Let's go over the standings so far. For the U.S., they're 4-1. For Canada, they're 4-2. On them, it is Betts, Trout, Judge, Riley, Seager, Simeon, Olson, Murphy, and Snell is your pitcher. Snell 1-0, pitched up 3 hits, 7-inning game his last start. Murphy puts down the sign. Blake Snell, the lefty, to Michael Saunders in the pitch. And that's a ground ball to first. Olson takes to the bag himself, and there's one away. And now here is the guy having an MVP game, MVP pool play, Vladimir Guerrero. 22 at-bats, 1 home run, 5 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Murphy puts down the sign. Here's the pitch from Blake Snell. And that will be a ground ball to second. Simeon with the play, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Larry Walker. He's hitting at .520, 25 at-bats, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with the windup in the pitch, lefty matchup. And there's a double to Larry Walker. Sends it to the wall. Walker to second with a double. So now here's Tip O'Neill hitting .370, no home runs, 4 RBIs. This Canada team has a ton of offense, top of the lineup. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell from the stretch. Runner on second and 2 out. Pitch to Tip O'Neill. And they'll send Walker to third. So now Blake Snell, a little bit of a problem. Runner at third and 2 outs. Pitch to O'Neill. And that's a ground ball to third. First play for Riley. Makes the play. Good job by Riley. We played 1, no score. Dodger Stadium. United States and Canada. Ferguson Jenkins back on the mound. He'll pitch to Seager, Betts, and Riley. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the windup. Here's a pitch to Seager. And that's a base hit for Seager. So Seager continues the hot bat. Here's Mookie Betts. .222, 3 home runs, 3 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Ferguson Jenkins, his third. Here's Austin Riley, hits first at bat of the tournament. Ryan McMahon wasn't doing anything, so they sent Ryan McMahon down to the camp. Brought Austin Riley up. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch pitch to Austin Riley. And that's a strikeout for Austin Riley. That's 2 outs. Here's Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, 300 hitter, 3 home runs, 3 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch and the pitch. And that ball will be hit in the gap for a base hit. Seager will go to third. Alonso stop at first. And the U.S. have first and third and 2 outs for Marcus Semien. Hitting .375. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins working from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs. And that's going to be fly ball center field. Michael Saunders is there. Should make this catch. And he does. United States is down in order. They drop. They leave 2. No score. So now it's going to be Votto. Followed by Martin and Lowry. So Votto hitting .261. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with the pitch. Lefty match. Ground ball to third. Riley at the plate. Throws him out, 1 away. Here's Russell Martin hitting .269. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with the windup and the pitch. And doubles for Russell Martin down the line. Betzel played off the wall. Gets it back in. And Martin with a 1-out double. Now here's Brett Lowry. 1 for 4. Gets the start at second. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell from the stretch. Pitch to Lowry. And that's a ground ball to short. Seager's got it. Throws him out, and Martin holds. Now here's Malo, the shortstop, hitting .318. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Murphy sets the target. Snell from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 outs. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. He just missed it. Betts at the track back and makes the catch. And Canada's done second. They leave 1. We go to the third. No score between United States and Canada. Team Israel as they continue. So let's go on to the third inning, as it will be Sean Murphy followed by Mike Trout and Matt Olson. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the windup, the pitch to Murphy. Murphy, fly ball right field. Walker back at the track, makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Mike Trout. He's 0 for 1. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with a full windup and pitch. And that's going to be a line drive. Base hit for Trout. That'll go to the wall. Trout will go to second standing with a 1-out double. And now here's Matt Olson, 0 for 1. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins working from the stretch. This could be a big pitch to this ball game. Ground ball to second. Lowry's got it. Goes to first. And Trout will be on third with 2 outs. Here's Aaron Judge. 167, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch. Trout to get a good lead off third in the pitch. And that's a walk to Judge. So it's first and third and 2 outs for Corey Seager. So Seager 1 for 1. 10 for 20 in the tournament. 2 doubles and 2 homers. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Lowry throws him out, and the U.S. strands 2 more. Bottom of the third coming up. Still no score. Here's Pete Ward, who'll be followed by Michael Saunders and Vladimir Guerrero. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with the windup, pitch to Ward. And that's a base hit for Pete Ward. Base hit number 3 for Canada. And now here's Michael Saunders. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell working off the stretch as Ward get a good lead. And he does. He gets the stolen base. He goes to third. Sean Murphy with an overthrow. And Ward will take third on the error. So Canada used a little bit of the running game. And now Saunders has a man in scoring position. Murphy sets the target. Snell from the stretch. Pitch to Saunders. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Semien will throw it in, but Ward will score, and Canada has got themselves a manufactured a run. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 0 for 1. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with the windup. And he walks him. So Snell having a little bit of control issues now. Here's Walker. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell from the stretch. It's going to be a hit and run, I believe. All back to Snell. And he still turns the double play. Good job by Blake Snell. We played 3. 1-0 Canada. We go to the 4th. Nothing Canada, top of the 4th. Again, after this is a Sandy Koufax doubleheader start. He'll pitch for Team Israel in the next round of group play. United States versus Panama, I believe, will be kind of as played game, but won't play that one live, so we'll play the Koufax start instead. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the windup pitch to Betts, and that's going to be a base hit for Betts to right field. So U.S. puts the tying runner on. We'll see what Austin Riley can do. He's 0 for 1. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins working from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and they went for a hit and run. That's a base hit for Austin Riley. Betts will go to third, and the U.S. have a nice start here with no outs. First and third for Pete Alonso. He's 1 for 1. Infield will play in. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins working the stretch. Pitch to Alonso. And that's a ground ball to short. That will get the runner. Nope, that will get the double play. Mallow with it. Throws the Votto. And now there's second and third and 1 out. Here's Simeon. Flight out his last time up. Jenkins can use a big strikeout here. Martin behind the plate. Sets the target. Ferguson Jenkins from the stretch. Pitch to Marcus Simeon. Ground ball to short the Mallow, and that's in for a base hit into the infield. That will score 2, and the U.S. takes a 2-1 lead. Big 2 RBIs for Marcus Simeon. So now here's Sean Murphy, and here comes another hit and run. Fly ball center field. Saunders is there, makes the catch, and Simeon's going to have to get back. So now here's Trout. He's 1 for 2. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch. And here comes a stolen base, and Marcus Simeon is thrown out at second. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. United States 2 and Canada 1. So United States trying a lot of small ball tactics with hit and runs and stuff like that. They lead this game 2-1. Great games so far. We'll see now. Blake Snell could hold his own and get, remember, 100 pitch limit. Here's a pitch from Snell, and that's going to be a double for Tip O'Neill. He'll go all the way to the wall. O'Neill has a double and a big start for Canada. So here's Joey Votto. He's 0 for 1. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell from the stretch, and that's going to be a strikeout. Big strikeout for Blake Snell. So now here is Russell Martin. Doubled his last time. It is the bottom part of the order that can do damage. Murphy puts down the target. Snell from the stretch. Pitch to Russell Martin, and he gets another strikeout. So big strikeout for Snell. His second, 12th of the tournament. And now here's Lowry. Murphy puts down the sign. Can see if Snell can hold off that leadoff double. Here's a pitch to Lowry. And that's going to be a strikeout for Snell. He gets the side in order. Good job by Snell. We played 4. It's 2-1 U.S. Trout the bat, top of the 5th. Here's a pitch from Jenkins. And that's a strikeout for Ferguson Jenkins, his 21st of the tournament in his 3rd start. Here's Matt Olson. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with a windup to Matt Olson. That's going to be a base hit, a double for Olson. Now go all the way to the wall. Olson in the second, and there's 1 away. So here's Aaron Judge. He has struck out and walked. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins from the stretch. A big run at second base for the United States. Ground ball back to Ferguson. Jenkins makes the play, and there's 2 outs. So now here's Seager with Betts on deck. You almost want to think you want to put Seager on here and pitch the Betts. But Betts is definitely a good hitter. So let's see. Martin puts down the sign. He goes out and talks to him. Jenkins working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Seager. And that's going to be a base hit for Seager. Olsen will score, and the U.S. has added an additional run. They lead 3-1. So Corey Seager coming up strong right now. Here's the pitch to Betts, and that is going to be a wild pitch, sending Seager to second. Here's the pitch to Betts. And that's a fly ball center field. That's a base hit. A single and an 88. Betts will go all the way to third. Saunders overran it, and it's now 4-1 U.S. Here's Austin Riley now. Riley with a double. No, Walker. They've given Blake Snell some room. It's 4-1 U.S. going to the bottom of the 5th inning. By Michael Saunders. Here's a pitch from Snell. That's a walk from Snell. He's on. 68th pitch from Snell. Still doing okay. Here's Ward, 1 for 1. Scored the only run for Canada. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with the stretch. And again, they're going to try to run on Snell. Here's the pitch to Ward. And Ward to the fly ball center field. Trout is there, makes the catch, and there's one away. Now here is Michael Saunders. He's 0 for 2. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell working from the stretch. Runner on first and one out. And that's going to be a strikeout for Snell, his 4th of the game, 14th in the tournament. And here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell working from the stretch. Pitch to Guerrero. And a big strikeout for Blake Snell. He's giving the U.S. 5 strong. It's 5-1 United States. So now Alonso do up. If U.S. wins, they will add to the first place lead. Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico both lost their games today. So the U.S. is technically right now in first place. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the windup to Alonso. Hit him with the pitch, one away. He goes to first. Jenkins working from the stretch. He may be running out of ammunition. Here's the pitch to Simeon. And that's going to be a strikeout for Jenkins, 6th. Here is Sean Murphy. Run on first and one out. And that's a strikeout for Fergie, his 7th. So much for running out of ammo. He's going to go out in style. Here's Trout. Jenkins from the stretch. Pitch to Trout. And that's a ground ball to short. Makes the play at first, and that is it. So Ferguson Jenkins, bottom of the 6th. It's 4-1 U.S. Walker, followed by O'Neill and Votto. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell with a pitch to Walker. Lefty matchup struck him out. Number 6 for Snell. Here's Tip O'Neill. 1 for 2 with a double. And that's a base hit for Tip O'Neill. Continues to hit so well in this tournament. Now here is Joey Votto. Runner on first and one out. Votto 0 for 2. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell looks in from the belt. O'Neill to get a good lead. Here's the pitch. And Votto, line drive, left field, way back goes Betts. That ball is gone. It's 4-3 U.S. Big 2-run homer for Joey Votto. So this could be the last inning for Snell with one out. Murphy puts down the sign. Snell, they're going to pull Blake now. And now is it. So Joe Torre came out and got him 5 1/3 in. And here comes Clay Holmes. So Holmes will come in 2.25 ERA, 2 hits in 4 innings, 1 walk, and it's given up a home run. Now looking in is Russell Martin, bottom of the 6th inning, 4-3 ball game. And the pitch is a ground ball to third. Austin Riley's got it, makes the nice play, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Lowry. Now you can change up and put somebody else in at second. We'll see what they do with Lowry here. And Lowry gets a base hit to left field. So the tying runner is on. So now here's Jonathan Malo. He is 0 for 2, right-handed hitter. Murphy puts down the sign. Holmes from the stretch, 4-3 U.S. And the pitch is a strikeout for Clay Holmes. He gets him out of the 6th. We head to the 7th. It's 4-3 United States. Getting closer game here at Dodger Stadium here in pool play. Left field. That could be off. Joe for 2 with a walk. Martin puts down the sign. Jenkins with the stretch, and they will. Let's see. They were looking for a lead for Olsen. Here's a pitch to Judge, and that's going to ground ball ashore. 2. No. Oh, we can't get it. It's an infield hit, and that should be off for Ferguson Jenkins as Corey Seager comes up. So let's see who they go with here. Oh, they pitched to Seager. Could be a bad mistake. Oh, he struck him out. Good job there. Let's see if they pull him now. 1 out here in the 7th for Mookie Betts. 2 for 3 with an RBI. And now they'll come get him. It'll be Real Cormier. Not the best choice. He's normally a lefty who gets his lefties out. So we'll see if this is that's a bad omen on Betts' card, who loved hitting lefties last season. Martin puts down the sign. Real Cormier from the stretch. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Ward's got it. Does he make the play? No, he does not. And he throws it away. The United States takes a 5-3 lead. So now here's Austin Riley. Let's see if the U.S. can take advantage of the mistake. That's a strikeout for Riley, and there's 2 outs. Here's Pete Alonso, 1 for 2. Martin puts down the sign. Cormier from the stretch. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Votto scoops it, takes it to the ball. Oh, he does another and ends the inning. But we go to the bottom of the seventh. It is 6-3 United States. So Betts, Trout, Judge, Riley, Seager, Simeon, Olsen, Murphy, and Holmes, as it'll be Ward, Saunders, and Guerrero. Now a 3-run lead. Here's a pitch to Ward. And that's a ground ball to short. The Seager come out. There's Walker. Let's see if they come out and get him. Murphy puts down the sign. Home from the stretch. They'll pitch to Larry Walker. That's a strikeout for Clay Holmes and does the nice job. So Clay Holmes does a good job for Team USA. It's 6-3 United States heading to the 8th inning. After this, again, it'll be a matchup. Sandy Koufax makes his start for Team Israel. And that's a hit-by pitch for Sean Murphy. So Cormier, a hit-by pitch. Now here's the pitch to Trout. Runner on first and nobody out. And that's a strikeout. Big job for Cormier. So now here is Olsen. He's 2 for 4. And play. Good job by Votto. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's 6-3 United States. So Clay Holmes will stay in there. He's been overused, in my opinion. We'll see if he gets to the 8th. Devin Williams may have to come back on the horse and try to get that last out. Murphy puts down the sign. Holmes to O'Neill. And that's a walk to Tip O'Neill. And here we go. So now here's Votto. 1 for 3, a 2-run homer. Murphy puts down the sign. Holmes from the stretch. They'll keep pitching to him. And that's a base hit left field, and Canada brings the tying runner on base for Russell Martin. Do they get Holmes now? Murphy puts down the sign. Holmes from the stretch. Looks like he barely has anything left, and they'll go to their stud, David Bednar. 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He's been an absolute rock for this team. Murphy puts down the sign. Bednar from the stretch. 2 on, nobody out. Pitch to Russell Martin. That's a strikeout for Bednar. He does it again, his 7th. So here's Brett Lowry with 1 out. Murphy puts down the sign. Bednar gets in from the stretch. Pitch to Lowry and a base hit left field for Lowry, United States. And again, here is Jonathan Malo. 0 for 2 with the walk. First and second, 1 out. Bednar's first run he's given up inherited-wise. Now Bednar from the stretch to Malo. First and second, 1 out. Pitch to Malo. And that's going to be a ground ball. It's the double play. We go to the 9th. It's 6-4 United States. To the 9th inning we go. So 9th inning. So here's Judge against, looks like Rich Harden on the mound. Struck him out. Harden, boy, 7 innings of work, only 2 hits. He has an absolute monster card he's not starting with. Ground ball to first to Votto. To his left, he cannot make the play, and Seager will head to second. So it's a hit and error as Votto is struggling with his glove today. So here's Betts, 2 for 4 with an RBI. And that's a strikeout for Betts, and there's 2 outs. Now here's Riley. He's 1 for 4 with the run scored. Harden with the pitch. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Oh, another error by Canada. Their 5th. And Canada's glove did not come with them to the ballpark. First and third, 2 outs. And here's Alonso. So Harden needs to get 1 out here. Martin puts down the sign. Harden from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. So Rich Harden will get that 1 inning he needs. It is now down to the bottom of the 9th. It is 6-4 United States. And David Bednar will come out and see if he can save it. And it'll be all up to Pete Ward, Saunders, and Vlad here in the bottom of the 9th. Murphy puts down the sign. Bednar from the windup. And that's a ground ball to short. Seager with the play and one big out of the inning. Here's Michael Saunders with one out. Murphy puts down the sign. Bednar from the stretch. And that's a fly ball right field. Hopefully Judge makes this catch. He does. There's 2 outs. 2 outs for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with Larry Walker on deck. Murphy puts down the sign. Bednar from the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for David Bednar. And the United States get a huge win here. Wins this by the score of 6-4. So the U.S. go to 5-1. Canada drops to 4-3. Snell with the win. Bednar his first save, as he has been rock solid for the United States. Jenkins lost. He's 2-1. Canada 4-3. U.S. is 5-1. Home runs by Votto. His first RBI. Seager, Betts, Simeon had 2. Saunders, Votto had 2 with the home run, and Lowry. Folks, thank you so much. That is game 1. We'll go ahead and go to the next day of competition. And yes, it will be Sandy Koufax taking the mound. And he'll be taking on China, which I don't know a lot. Basically, what I did for Team China is I took another baseball team, another team, and then basically found the Chinese roster and basically renamed them to their positions. So it's an actual guys with actual names, but they're other major leaguer stats just to give them a team. But they are going against a major league pitcher, and Wei Yin Chen, I believe, pitched for the Orioles. And the home team is Israel, and now will be Sandy Koufax. So we take you 5-4. Japan keeps winning. They beat Netherlands 8-5. That's a big one. Cuba defeated Dominican Republic 6-3. They're starting to falter. Mexico over Colombia 9-4, and now we go to our game. Let's see why Israel is undefeated. Let's go to their team. So outstanding Mr. Koufax here for this one. This one will probably be from Angel Stadium. It is night game. So Koufax on the mounds, 2-0, 0.56 ERA, giving up 5 hits in 16 innings, struck out 17, 1 walk. Let's look under Sandy Koufax under the hood. His first start of the year, 106 pitches, 5 runs, 1 earned run, and then his last start, he was perfect, 103 pitches, and he was an absolute beast. He did not give up a thing. So he's working off a perfect game. And now here is Chinese Taipei. So far on the season, Chinese Taipei is 4-4. They're actually contending in the playoff spot in Pool A. Israel leading Group A with a 6-0 record. Here's the lineup for Chinese Taipei. It's Wei Zhang, Hshin, Shang, Hale, Wei Chen, Shang, and then Wei Chi Chen. I'm probably going to screw all those names up. Here's Israel's lineup. It's Gator, Braun, Green, Bregman, Bordeaux, Epstein, Kinsler, Osmus, and then Koufax. So here, oh, wait a minute. There is no DH. That's something I did not realize. So that's interesting. No DH on these teams. Didn't realize that. Okay, that'll be a big thing. We'll have to look at that and see how it plays. So here's Wei. He'll lead off against Sandy and the first pitch of the ball game. And that's a base hit center field. So if you're looking for a perfect game, it stops right here. So now here's his Shang. He's a right-handed hitter. So quickly Koufax gives up the first hit of the ball game. Who would have thought? Osmus puts down the sign. Koufax from the stretch. And they're trying to get the lead off of the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball double play. Bregman kick to Kinsler, to Epstein. So a double play with 2 outs. Here's Hsien, Hsien. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Koufax. He gives up a hit, and that was it. So now here's Harrison Bader. He'll lead off, hitting 250. That'll be a base hit center field for Harrison Bader. Here's Ryan Braun, 308 hitter, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Fly ball to center. Center fielder with the catch and is 1 away. So now here is Sean Green. 6-11. Ground ball to first. Good play there. Yes, he does. Bader will go to second. And here's Alex Bregman. 227, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Pitch to Breg. And that's a fly ball to center. So Ian Chen has a good start so far. No score, top of the second. So here's Shang. He's hitting 233. And that's a fly ball right field. Sean Green is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So now here's Hao, H-A-O, 2-7, base hit, number 2 of the day for China. And now here's Wee. Wee's one of their best hitters. And he shows it, deep center field. Bader there, runs it down. Nice catch, 2 outs. So now here's Chen. Oh, they ran on Koufax, and he gets the stolen base. So Hao is at second for 10. And that's a fly ball to center. Trying a little running game on Koufax. Can't get the job done, though. No score, bottom 2. Here's Lou Boudreau, 348, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. And Chen gets the strikeout. Here's Mike Epstein hitting 273. That's a pop up to second. Hussein with the catch, 2 away. And now here's Ian Kinsler. Base hit center field for Ian Kinsler. So here's Brad Ausmus, Yankee bench coach. And a ground ball back to Chen, throws him out. We played 2, no score. Here's Shang, 200, no home runs. Walk, and Koufax gets a walk. So now to start, Sandy wants, and Chen will come up and he'll put the sacrifice down so the pitchers are hitting. Here's Wee. And, fly ball left field. Braun is there, makes the catch. So now here is Hashang again, up for the second time. Struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Koufax. Now here is Sandy. He'll bat for himself. Ground ball is short. Wee at the plate. Throws him out. Bottom 3, no score. And that's going to be a triple for Harrison Bader. So Bader triples, heads the third. So Israel using their magic. Here's Ryan Braun. And Braun, fly ball left field. Wee will make the catch. Bader will probably try to score. And he doesn't. He gets thrown out at the plate. We played 3, no score. So Sandy Koufax not getting desired effects. Fly ball right field. Green should. That's a tough play, and he does make the catch. Here is Shang. And that's a strikeout there. Koufax was strikeout. So here's H-A-O. And he hits a ground ball in the hole. Bregman with the play, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. So a pitcher's duel here in Anaheim. No score. There it is. Fly ball left center field. This could be deep. Sean Green will have his second home run of the tournament, and Israel is taking a 1-0 lead. That's sometimes the difference on this team. They do got power to stay in a game, and they just got one. Sean Green with a monster home run. And now here is Mike Epstein, and now we go to the 5th of a 1-0 ball game. Can Sandy Koufax hold a 1-0 lead here? Strikeout number 4 for Koufax. Now here's 10. Base hit. That's base hit number 3 for China. Let's see if they run on him. No, here comes he does. And he gets thrown out this time. So this time, Ausmus with the throwing arm gets him out. Strikeout number 5 for Koufax, and it's still only 1-0. Kinsler, a strikeout. Here's Ausmus. Single to right field by Ausmus. Here's Koufax, lays down a bunt, goes to second, 2 outs. Here's Bader. And Bader, no. Wee with a nice running catch to end the inning. We go to the 6th, still 1-0 Israel. So now here's Chen, and he'll get a pinch hitter. So Chen is going to be batted for KO here, KAO. So Chen lasts 5 innings. Struck him out. Ooh. So as there is a big strikeout for Koufax. Gets his 6th of the ball game. Here's Wee. And Wee almost gets a base hit. Bregman with a diving play. 2 outs. And here's Shang. And he gets the same thing again. He's robbed. Bader with a nice running catch. And Koufax has given 6 strong innings, only 3 hits, and it's 1-0. So now on the mound, it's Sung Chi Hao will come in the game. His first appearance of the series, not exactly killing people. Ground ball to second, 1 away. So here's Sean Green. Only big hit of the ball game has been a home run. Came out. And now here is Alex Bregman. And a fly ball left field. We is there. Makes the catch. We go to the 7th inning. It's 1-0 Israel. Let's see what Hashin can do here. Koufax mowing him down. Double the center field. That's a big hit. So their first runner to second. We'll see what they do with Shang now. Does Koufax get involved here? Walked him, and now Koufax is struggling a little bit. First and second, nobody out. Chinese Taipei trying to spoil the party here. That's a strikeout for Koufax, his 7th. Give me 1 second. Be we with 1 out. Leave the batter, and that's going to be a strikeout for mow him down to the end here. Big chance. And now it's going to be Chen. Does he get the big out here? Yes, he does. Ball center field. Bader with the catch, and Koufax is giving him 7, and it's 1-0 Israel. And that's a base hit. That's a double for Boudreau. Probably not as strong. This could be the problem with this team. Here's Epstein. Oh, and he launches one to right center field. Israel on their way for being undefeated. 2-run homer, Mike Epstein. 3-0 Israel. Holy cow, a walk to Kinsler. And now Israel is starting to put it to him. So now we'll see Chen Quan coming in. And a big start here for Israel here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Base hit left field. Boy, this Israel team is starting to put together a rally. Koufax drops a sacrifice. Could be another complete game for Koufax. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. And that's going to be a out. I don't think a run on. I don't think so. Let's see what happens. Soft line at third. Drops it for a base hit. Bader slips making the turn. Chen fires back in. And Bader's nailed that third. So scored a single and a heads-up defensive play. Auspice did score from second. So it's 5-0. We head to the 8th. Koufax still in there. May give him another inning. Keeps hitting that one roll, and you're not going to get it. So Koufax, again, dominating so far. And here's Wu. And that will be Chen batting for him. And that's going to be a pop-up. And Koufax is going to give him 8 innings. Oh, a base hit. That can knock out Sandy. So let's see if they pull him or not. Top of the 8th inning with 2 outs, and they will pull out Koufax, and he'll get a great ovation. Here's Scott Feldman. He's gained 5 innings, 4 hits so far. And nope, nothing there. Here's the pitch. Zhang walked him, and now Chinese Taipei with a chance. Here's Hashen. Hsien, and a strikeout for Scott Feldman as we go to the 9th inning, go to the bottom. 5-0 Israel. And now here's a walk to Sean Green. Bregman double play grounder. There's 2 outs. And now here's Boudreau, who's 1 for 3. And Boudreau, nope, that'll be caught. Weave comes back and makes a great catch at the track. Top of the 9th coming up. Chinese Taipei, no runs on 5 hits. Here's Shang, and that's going to be a strikeout as Scott Feldman is 2 outs away from getting Israel again 7 straight wins. He fouls it off, and the ball game is over. So Sandy Koufax themselves the shutout. As Israel continues to dominate, they won 7 in a row. Koufax goes 7 2/3, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. His ERA in the tournament is now .38. Feldman goes an inning and a third, and Israel is now 7-0. Chinese Taipei drops to 4-5. Let's look out the standings, and we'll get you off the game here, folks. And we'll tell you what's going on. So with the United States game against Panama still to come, Israel is 7, Netherlands 4-3, Chinese Taipei 4-5. So there's still a top 4 teams. United States is 5-1, Puerto Rico 6-2, and Puerto Rico has beat them head to head, so they would be the number 1 seed right now. Cuba is 3rd at 5-3. Dominican Republic is 5-3. Canada is 4-3. So let's look at more matchups coming up. Again, we won't play the United States game live for you, and we'll take a look at the next couple. So it will be Garrett Cole and Jaime Barria, and that'll be United States and Panama. Hopefully a game they should win. And then we start next day's competition. And let's see who the U.S. has. They'll play Cuba, Sonny Gray and Jose Fernandez. So that will be a nice matchup to watch. We'll have that one. And if we go doubleheader matchup, the United States will then play Dominican Republic, Blake Snell and Santi Alcantara. So stay tuned for those games. Hopefully we'll have those in the future. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming in on this early evening. Appreciate it. United States with a win, and Sandy Koufax and company get a win for Team Israel. So thanks, folks, for coming in. Please like, please subscribe if you want. Only about. Have a good rest of the night, and thank you once again.